Hello, everybody. My name's Nathan from Doc Strife, and I'm quitting Dead by Daylight. You're probably seeing my last video I'm ever making of it because I want to go ahead and talk about how the developers, one, definitely don't play their games, two, listen to people that don't know what the hell they're talking about, and three, and probably you're probably thinking I don't know any better. I have I have a lot of experience in this field, but well, not directly the games. On top of that, I play a lot of games. I've seen games literally die right in front of me. And I can tell you this right now. The developers that even thought that adding this anti-slugging and tunneling mechanic in the way it's even at shows that they do not play the game. If I was even their boss, I would assign them that they need to have at least 2 hours a day on the public servers, which is 14 hours a week, and report back part of their gameplay. I will literally assign them at their work to do that. So this way they can actually get a feel and understand of what's actually wrong with the game on the public servers and on the PTS server, like public servers, the live servers, my bad. And on the public test builds, they would get 1 hour a week, just so that way they can go ahead and they'll try to force their way through all the bugs that are being reported by players. Unfortunately, what's actually going on is something that is really, really horrendous. And as you can see from this tweet here, as you can tell, these are the exact people they've been listening to. Yeah, I don't know why we're listening to this because, they think that, oh yeah, it's blah 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 this, blah 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 that. No, no, no. You shouldn't be just listening to feedback. There are gonna be people that literally give you bad feedback on purpose. Like seriously. I've seen it time and time and time again where certain gaming companies would just listen to feedback, work on that, off the feedback, and then their game dies because they didn't never even play the game. There was some small MMO games that this has happened to, and I hate to say this, but unfortunately it is that bad. Time and time again, I've seen this. So, first, let me go ahead and talk about the anti-slug mechanic and why I'm semi for that. Now, as someone that's a killer main that actually does not like playing Survivor, I really do not. Even though you see me playing Survivor, it is not my go-to thing. The majority of my cosmetics are from the Rift Pass, and if I do buy one, it's because I think that would be just good enough to be appealing enough for me to try to go through the absolute misery of playing Survivor, aka Generator Being Chased Simulator 2025. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good at all. And unfortunately, this has definitely went out of its way to harm other players and stuff too. But let me go ahead and talk about the anti-tunneling mechanic, which I think they should just straight out not even have thought about this. And I can tell you they wouldn't have thought about this if they did not. No, they wouldn't have thought about this if they did play the game, but it's quite surely that since this did come out and they're only listening to feedback, they do not play their game. If the whole gym thing wasn't enough proof, this is. And it's quite unfortunate that things like this have to exist. This is not just a headache. This is a literal migraine of what it's even going through. None of the developers have ever played a match in their damn life. And when they do, it's an embarrassment. It goes to show you that they have zero skill. Hell, two well-known streams. The first one actually had the owner, the lead, I don't know who it was, lead developer. The main complaint was that, sorry, one second. The main complaint was that insta-blind flashlights were a problem. So, during the whole South Korean, thing, talking about this, they literally got the lead developer to play one match. That one match, they got insta-blind stunned and got absolutely zero downs, I believe. Or, very little. I don't know. I didn't see the whole stream. This damn Dwight, I swear. Yeah, you're getting blocked for a reason, buddy. I'm, looking at him. We're trying to... I'm not even healing him. Me and this guy just both agreed we're not healing this guy. And yeah, I'm sorry. I just had a really toxic play there from somebody that definitely didn't. And that's another problem. Skill based matchmaking. But either way, as I continue recording this commentary, I hate to tell you guys, for anybody that wants to go ahead and defend this whole thing, is that you are part of the reason why the game is the way it is and why the community is the way it is. I can't believe I missed that skill check. I always do that. I either enter it too early or I put it in too late at the 1 pixel. This is why I record my gameplay, so I can see what I've done wrong. So, yeah. Missed it by a pixel. Either way, let's get back to it. Since I'm not trying to use this clip as a learning experience, let's get back to the whole thing. So we got the Switch. Unfortunately, time and time again, it's been shown that yes, this game has went downhill. And people really do not understand on what this game should be. And yeah, while it is an ASIM survival game, this game is one, not two, one bad update away from dying. And if this is going to be that bad update, don't tell me I didn't forewarn you. But let me tell you about my anti-slugging mechanic I want to go ahead and revise, so that people can actually understand exactly why it needs to have this revision. So what's my anti-slugging? Well, first, when you are downed and the killer goes away or something too, this is what, like, you don't get to immediately pick yourself up. You don't have instant unbreakable. What ends up happening is, sorry. What ends up happening when you are down, you can crawl away to a safe distance. And upon crawling away to this safe distance, I want to say about 20 meters. So right now from this clip, it is from this TV to about the center. And once you're in the safe distance, you are able to try to pick yourself up. And yeah, that just scared the hell out of me in the game. I remember that. That scared me. Sudden huntress. Either way. Oh, I trapped myself. Good, I'm not being chased. Either way, I'm sorry. I'm just laughing at something. I'm just like, no. Please, no. I'm just trying to hide at this point. This Liam is not even healing this poor Michaela. Come on. Alright, as I was saying. He hit me. Oh my goodness. Either way, I'm sorry. So, like I said, 20 meters, they're able to pick themselves up. And when they get to, let's say the survivor manages to not be the only one down. Let's say 3 or more survivors are alive and all of them are down, slugged, and the killer just walking away. Well, at that point, people get a 5 times pickup speed without even having to move. That is a great anti-slug mechanic, and I think all killer mains can agree, because the ones that do slug are the ones that are not particularly good at the game or make excuses to do so. Those are the people that actually slug in this game, and overall have become a huge problem. But what could have been done better? It's simple. No, so either way, I'm losing track. I'm so sorry. I'm paying attention to the gameplay instead of paying attention to my recording. ADHD for you. But, no. Again, all of this could have been easily avoided if the devs just played the game. But the devs have obviously lied. They said they're going to fix the game. They don't fix the game. They said they're going to go ahead and do XYZ to the game. They don't do XYZ to the game. And instead, they make things really horrible. What the hell? And that's exactly a bug right there. I was on the other side of the pallet and got vacuumed to the other side. I didn't even hit that area. So, yeah. Either way, as I'm pretty much put into a dead state here. With that being said, yeah, they really need to hold off on all the updates, as they said, and fix the game. Not add fixes to the fixes. No, completely fix the game. And if I was the boss or the CEO in this game, this is what I would do. I would, one, force all my workers to have at least 2 hours a day playing the game, playing as it and playing notes. They have to have at least out of those 14 hours, 7 of them has to be survivor, 7 of them has to be killer, and yes, the queue times have to be noted and stuff too. I would also set goals that the queue times need to be lowered in the game. If they don't lower them, then that's on them. But it gets even better. The second thing I'd say is that you need to have at least 1 hour a week in that public test build using all the reports that we get in to fix them and to see whether or not they're valid. Test it out before you actually do it. And people will be assigned a certain task. And if they cannot produce this two times, they'll get one warning. They'll get a write-up on the second one, and on the third one, they can go ahead and update their resume that they got terminated from behavior. If I was in the position to do that, there would be a whole new dev team because I am not dealing with the kind of devs that we currently have. It is inexcusable, irresponsible, and overall, not good. So with that being said, oh yeah, I finished my 2v8, and I just needed some extra bullet points because I wanted to try this build. I didn't like this build at all. Either way, that's a little spoiler. But either way, regardless of which, yeah. So what would be my goals? Matchmaking needs to be under 30 seconds. If a match cannot be made, then something's wrong with this. And yeah, before you say, oh, that's a whole server technical difficulty, blah, 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 blah. Man, it's not like Behavior's an indie company anymore. They've been around for quite some time and have a large team. I think they can go ahead and afford more servers. Oh, what's that? They can't because people are not playing the game as much? Huh, I wonder why. Sometimes you need to take a loss in order to make profit. And that's the problem. The second one, however, other than forcing them to do that, yeah, the second goal is making sure all matches go smoothly. And third is based off of developer experience and player feedback, see what matches and which ones are lying, and edit the game from there. There's a huge imbalance, obvious survivor favoritism, and forcing my workers, if I was the owner of Behavior right now, or like even a manager, to play both killer and survivor, and tell me what their notes are. Well, how many kills did they get as killer? How many times should you have actually gone a hit and you didn't? And vice versa. Like this and that. As survivor, how many times were you hit? What about that vacuum pallet glitch right there? What about this? What about that? All of this can be changed. But Behavior refuses to do so. They refuse to do so. So with that being said, I quit. I'm done. I would rather play in Fortnite, which I'm gonna. I've actually went ahead and installed the Epic client and installed that game, than play this damn game. And I'm going to tell you this right now. When that Michael Myers asymmetrical horror game comes out, you can expect the player base to dip in Dead by Daylight because that is the most popular killer. Unlike the Texas Chainsaw Massacre one, because I can tell you this right now, that guy, Bubba is not as popular as Myers. Myers is the king of horror. So, with that being said, yeah, this game needs some heavy changes if it wants to stay around, and overall, things need to be done better. But either way, I'm signing out. Have a good day.